Today's Distorted View podcast is brought to you by
the #1 adult toy superstore, Adam and Eve. Visit adamandeve.com for perfume and cologne, lingerie, underwear for men, movies, bondage wear, and necessities like condoms, lube, and something called Coochie Aftershave. For a limited time, just for Distorted View listeners, get 50% off just about any item when you use promo code FREAK at checkout. That's FREAK. Half off any one item is an amazing deal on its own, but we're just getting started, baby. Hold on to your King Dong dildo, which is also the name of another real product adamandeve.com sells, because here we go. Select almost any one item for 50% off, and then Adam and Eve loads you up with an awesome selection of free stuff. Enter offer code FREAK at checkout and get 10 free gifts. A sexy item for him, a special gift for her, and a third item I think you'll both enjoy. Plus 6 free spicy movies and free shipping on your entire order. Let's recap. Get 50% off just about any item, plus 10 free gifts, including 6 free movies and free shipping. Just remember to use coupon code FREAK, FREAK, at adamandeve.com.
Without further interruption, let's celebrate and suck some dick.
Hey, freaks, it's Friday, May 30th, 2025. Coming up on the program today, getting threatening messages from a pimp at the whorehouse. Plus, who wants to fuck my young clone? A daughter-father chess live stream descends into pure madness. And a woman's 7-year infection was caused by her boyfriend's powerful fart blast. All this was your voicemails today.
27-year-old Sadie Luke is suing heavy metal singer Lance Ozanix for ruining her dress during a performance. Lance says it's all part of his act.
What happened when you got there?
Well, he was kind of giving me this intense look by that point. He kind of got this crazed look on his face, at which point the audience started going really wild and crazy. At that point, I knew that something wasn't right and that this wasn't going to be the typical performance. You know, you go to see a rock band and you don't expect this kind of behavior.
I didn't hear any bad behavior yet.
This is the bad behavior right here. He leaned over his shoulder, and as he was coming back towards me, he threw up all over the front of me.
You did do that, didn't you?
Yes.
It's Distorted View Daily with Tim Henson.
Back here with you as we end the week with the Friday show. Have a great one for you. In case anyone cares, I've got an update on my mom. Today is her biopsy day. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. Is that something that one would celebrate like a birthday? I don't really know what a biopsy is. I'm guessing whatever it is, it's two of something, hence the buy, unless she's purchasing an opsy. Yes, I'm really that dumb. You know, she was supposed to go at the end of next week, but after some incessant bitching by my sister, who's like taking care of the whole thing now, they were able to move it up to today, which makes me feel a little better. They're still warning us that it's going to take like 2 weeks to get the results, but at least something is happening. The wheels are in motion. Honestly, I found a lot of parallels between what we're going through with my mom and the process of me finding a new car. Yes, I'm going to turn my mom's tragic health scare into something about me, the real victim in all of this. I recently finally got the whole car situation taken care of. I think I walked away with an amazing deal. It took a little bit of time, of course, in negotiating. But for the next 6 years, I am leasing something called a Daewoo Creeper. It runs on seed oils. And it's only costing me $1,350 a month. It's a little more than I initially wanted to spend, but the guy at the dealership said in the long run, I'd actually be saving money. For one, I'm not going to be wasting a lot of cash at the pump. The car gets 137 miles to the gallon. It does require something called assistive pedaling, but honestly, that doesn't bother me. I'm a very fidgety person. In a normal car, I'm always bopping my legs up and down. One downside is the car only has a top speed of 27 miles per hour, but honestly, I do mostly city driving anyway. It's not an SUV in the traditional sense. It's more like a crossover. It's rated to seat 5, but that's a South Korean 5. We're much larger here in the United States, so the car can comfortably seat 1.5 people. Also, while it doesn't have niceties like air conditioning and side mirrors, there are other amenities you typically don't see in American or, legitimate cars. Burlap fabric seats, a bamboo enforced frame, and plastic zip tie style seatbelts. Just some of the nice things my car comes with. Now, it's not technically street legal in the United States, so I can't get insurance on the car. Also, there is a risk I will be pulled over and the car will be impounded, but that's only if the police officer knows the creeper is on the U.S. Department of Transportation's banned list. I think I'll be fine. Anyway, that's my car for the next few years. Depending on how I feel after the, what I call honeymoon period of course I'm in love with the car right now, but maybe a few months down the road, I'm going to want to purchase the additional door add-on package. Oh, it doesn't have doors. Forgot to mention that. It's you pull down this piece of fabric from the ceiling to the floor like you would window shades. That's probably the best comparison. Very unique. Very Korean. Exotic. All right. That's my car. Actually, I ended up getting a Hyundai. I had a Kia, moved up to a Hyundai. The thing about the dealership situation is, a lot of them were assholes. They were quoting astronomical prices. In the end, the dealership I went with, I got a better car for less money than other, you know what I mean? Like the whole money structure at dealerships, it's all bullshit. They can make any deal work, any reasonable deal if they really want to. Last time, several years ago, when I looked for a car, all the dealerships in Cincinnati dicked me around, and I ended up going to Columbus to find a car. This time, the same. The real trick, I think, is you got to go to these dealerships towards the end of the month when they're all freaking out they're not going to make their sales quota. Also, by the time I got to the dealerships in Columbus, I was fucking fed up. Now, Columbus is like an hour and a half away, and I wasn't going to drive up there, so I got on the phone, and I'm like, look, this is what I want. Can you help me or not? I don't want to dick around. I will buy a car from you today if you can give me this price. It's much more fun, at least to me, to negotiate over the phone because the salesperson is always afraid you're just going to hang up. It's much easier to hang up the phone, call someone else than, get in your car, go to the dealership. Then you're there. Then you're looking at different cars like you're captive. So I like my method where I'm in a different city and I'm like, look, I don't want to go up there unless we can make this deal happen. He still did that car salesman thing where the first number he gave me was $250 a month more than I wanted to spend. But I was like, oh, that's too much. I'll smell you later, asshole. And then he was like, whoa. Well, what's a number that can work for you? And I told him, and then he came back with a number that was like $100 and some more a month. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, that's just too much. I can get that down here in Cincinnati. It really has to be the number I gave you. And then, each time he's like, let me go talk to my boss. And, he's just putting me on hold, humming to himself, and then, taking me off hold. All right, I talked to him. The final number was just like $25 more a month than what I wanted to pay. And again, I was like, I'm going to hang up. I'm so sorry. It didn't work out. You know what? I've got plenty of months left on my current lease. I'll just wait a few months and see if there are any new deals. And then he was like, okay, well, wait a second. If you can promise me you can get down to the dealership today and I can get you the price you want, will you come in before closing? And I'm like, yes, I can do that. Meanwhile, it's already like 5:30 and it's like rush hour traffic, but I drove up to fucking Columbus, was there till 11 o'clock at night signing papers and shit. Anyway, the reason why I bring this up is because it is a lot like dealing with doctors in Ashtabula. My poor mom, they couldn't get her in for a biopsy, until 2 weeks after they found this lump. And so, we got a call, we got a bitch like, all right, I'm going to go to a different doctor. Can you recommend someone else? And they're like, whoa, hold on. Let me see if we can get you in a little bit sooner. What if I can get you a biopsy next Tuesday? And we're like, I don't know. Was really looking for something this week. I'm going to call a different doctor. There's one in one town over. And they're like, all right, but he's not going to have anything either, I can tell you. And you got to call their bluff. I'm sorry this didn't work out. We're going to go with another oncologist or whatever doctor my mom's going to, right? And then sure enough, they call back and they're like, hey, we just happen to have something open up on Friday. We can get you in. Like, they just want her money. I'm glad she was able to make that deal work, though. Makes me feel a little bit better. My favorite part of the, leasing a car process is now all these dealerships that I tried to contact over the past few weeks, ones who were like blowing me off or giving me a shitty deal. They're constantly texting me. Are you still interested in this car? I really want your business. So I get to like message back or call them and say, sorry, asshole. I already got my new whip. And it wasn't from you because your deal sucked, your attitude sucked, and your fucking prices suck. Do better next time, dickwads. I'm also going to do the same thing to the doctor's offices my mom was trying to schedule with. She got a biopsy somewhere else. You ain't getting that sweet insurance/Medicare money. I don't know if you know this about my mom, but she's super old. So you'd probably be getting a lot of business out of her, right, over the next few years. Not anymore. We went with a different dealership. I mean, doctor's office. All right, so that's what's going on with my mom and, more importantly, my car. Speaking of text messages I've been receiving over the past few weeks, I get a lot of spam texts, so I'm sure my phone number's out there. I get stuff all the time like, you owe toll for a toll road you took last week. Click here to pay before we send you to collections. I got a text from Coinbase. I don't even know what the fuck Coinbase is, but they're like, your Coinbase account has been hacked. Log in and change your password now. With, of course, a link to a website that ends in .ru. Sounds very legit. Coinbase, by the way, is like where you can buy Bitcoin and stuff. Like, who the fuck is falling for that? Old people. I did run across an interesting scam text I think is aimed at much younger people. The text reads, my name is Oscar Gutierrez, a member of one of the Mexican cartels. I like that he gave us his full name, right? Honestly, I haven't really dealt with many members of drug cartels, so maybe this is standard operating procedure. To me, it just seems like it would make more sense to use a fake name or just a first name, but all right, he wants to be formal about the whole thing. In the end, this is going to turn into a business transaction. My name is Oscar Gutierrez, a member of one of the Mexican cartels and a pimp from the whorehouse. So now the poor guy who received this message is like racking his brain. Did I become a drug dealer last week and completely forget about it? Forgot to pay the cartels for the merchandise? Or was I fucking a hooker? Last week was such a blur. It could have been either one of those things. All right, I have been text because you had a conversation with one of my girls who offered you her service, and then you only make her waste time. More convenient for you and your family. It is to pay a fee that I have set for you. If your family does not pay, it will be executed one by one since we have all the information on each of them. Shit just got serious, huh? Don't try to block me or turn off the phone because I have all your information, including the of your relatives. Call me or write me. And then, oddly, he ends with one of those dancing female emojis. I have to think that was a mistake. I hope you pay me because I have already investigated everything about you and your family. I have all your information and address, and my men are ready to go to your address and do the job. And if you try to block my number or try to not answer to me, I'm going to see what my poster is about. I'm going to say there's like a 70% chance this is a scam, right? The first thing I would figure out is how many whorehouses are in your town. If it's just one, then you might be in trouble. Because, Oscar here says I'm a pimp from the whorehouse. If there are multiple whorehouses, I'd ask Oscar which whorehouse. See what name he gives you, Catch him in that trap. Anyway, if you receive a message from a pimp and leader of a drug cartel, chances are you're going to be just fine. All right, let's move on to some audio. Miss May is back with a new find. Longtime listeners of the show know that Miss May likes to collect weird, strange, what they call outsider music. Today, she brings us a piece from John North Wright. Miss May says Wright was a lifelong conspiracy theorist. Oh, they make the best music. He believes that Bob Dylan stole his wife, The CIA and FBI were monitoring him. In 1981, he was arrested for threatening the life of George Bush Sr., head of the FBI at the time. He was imprisoned and stood trial. He was finally acquitted, though, because he was deemed to be insane. Here is one of his songs.
No, I don't want just one fling. No, I don't want to fuck you. You just might be one secret Jew.
Did you say he doesn't want to fuck you because you might be a secret Jew? You know, unfortunately, this guy passed away in 2004 because due to the rise of anti-Semitism as of late, I really think his music could have found an audience. You know what I mean?
I've just one truth to make known. I just want to fuck your clone.
Oh, yeah, the song is titled, I Just Want to Fuck Your Young Clone. I love experimental sci-fi rock.
Fuck your, fuck your, fuck your, fuck your clone. So don't say that I have to respect you, because you've got a mind of your own. For your body alone, I select you, and I just want to fuck your young clone.
I'm sure even though he wants a young clone, it's still going to be over 18, right?
I can't, and I shan't, never ever stop this rant.
Oh, Miss May says here in the late 90s, Wright took to making hundreds of websites to share his theories, writing, and music. So, you know, some of these sites might still be online or archived over there at archive.org. In February 2004, unfortunately, Wright passed away from complications related to leukemia in a Hawaii hospital.
I've just one truth to make known. I just want to fuck your clone. Fuck your, fuck your, fuck your, fuck your clone.
The great ones always die young, huh? All right, let's move on. Thank you very much, Miss May. It's been a hot minute since we have featured a sovereign citizen getting arrested. This video starts off interesting. It's actually a camera in the sovereign citizen's car. I think maybe he's live streaming because he's talking to the chat, maybe just to himself. Yep. Yeah, he's getting pulled over here.
Exactly. Pulled me over. Not for hire. I'm not using the roads for any public gains.
It sounds like he's trying to convince himself he's in the right, even though he knows he's fucked up. I think these sovereign citizens know exactly how these interactions are going to play out.
You said it doesn't work?
No, this one doesn't roll down.
You want to unlock it?
Why?
Unlock the door.
For?
So I can talk to you.
I can speak to you. Come this way. If not, I can just pull into the...
Do me a favor, just unlock the door so I can talk to you.
I'm not going to open my door.
Okay, then get your driver's license.
I'm not using the road as any commercial capacity.
Look, dude, I'm not going to argue.
I'm not arguing with you either. I'm letting you know I am not...
I'm letting you know, okay? You are driving on a Connecticut road, okay? I need to have your driver's license.
That means I'm not for hire. I'm not using the roads for any commercial capacity. I'm letting you know.
Listen, I understand.
I'm recording as well, just to let you know. My hands are up.
I feel like if you're black and you're a sovereign citizen, you're playing a very dangerous game here in America. It's one thing to be a white sovereign citizen, who, by the way, always get arrested as well. With a black sovereign citizen, though, sometimes cops are a little more on edge, right? They've got their hand on their pistol.
So let's roll this window back down and let's work through this together.
I can hear you.
Oh, I fast forwarded, by the way, 5 minutes because they're just going around and around in a circle. This guy is not providing a driver's license. He doesn't have one, obviously.
I don't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable.
Look, I'm a law enforcement officer. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to serve the public.
I'm your friend. You've got nothing to fear. I can kind of understand why black people might be a little suspicious of that one.
Okay, but what I can tell you is I am completing an investigation, and I'm asking you nicely. Okay, I'm not yelling at you. I'm not demanding you put your hands up. I'm just asking you for a simple card.
I can give you my name. I can give you my name and my address.
Okay. What's your first name?
My first name is John. Oh, okay. I give you my name. Jonathan.
Is this your vehicle?
This belongs to me as private property. What's your name? I didn't get your name. I'm sorry about that.
I told you, it's Colby. My first name is Jonathan as well.
Jonathan Colby. Badge number?
605.
605.
See how easy it is to give requested information? The cop can do it. Why can't you? Well, the police officer calls for backup.
Okay, am I being convicted of a crime? That's why he didn't articulate that. So I'm just trying to find what was his probable cause.
Trying to just get more.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand what's going on, and I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. That's all.
I get it.
That's it.
I get it.
He's playing the good cop. I totally see where you're coming from. And it seems like you're trying to de-escalate the situation. I'm trying to fast forward past through all of the repetitive stuff because everything is said about 12,000 times over and over. Well, here comes officer number 3 onto the scene.
I got 3 officers on me.
What's going on tonight, man? How you doing?
Doing good, you?
All right, not bad, not bad. You know the reason why we stopped you?
I was trying to find that out.
Okay, so the reason why the trooper stopped you, the registration on the vehicle doesn't match the car that it's on.
Yeah, so with that being said, this vehicle is not for... This is private property. This is my vehicle.
Okay, are you traveling on state roads?
I'm traveling, yes, I'm traveling.
Did you fill up this vehicle with fuel?
Well, I don't understand.
Did you interact in commerce by using fuel to fill this vehicle, or did you put vegetable oil from your house in it?
Ooh, this is a new tactic by the cops. I've never heard this before. I like it. By the way, if I ever get pulled over in my brand new Daewoo Creeper, I can totally tell the cops with 100% honesty, yes, I did power this car with vegetable oil from my kitchen.
Probably vegetable oil from the house. If we're gonna be an ass at the same time.
Who, me or you?
Calling the cop an asshole because he doesn't know how to respond, right? He's caught.
I'm just exercising my rights. I'm trying to tell you that, and I'm not trying to do anything. I reserve all my rights. I exercise my 4th and 5th Amendment.
All of that. That's perfectly fine. The problem we have tonight is the registration on this vehicle doesn't match. Okay, so we don't know if the vehicle's stolen.
The vehicle's not stolen. I told you that.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, he says it's not stolen, so investigation over with.
You just got to figure all that out.
The vehicle's not stolen.
You understand, though, that's what we got to figure out, right?
All right.
Okay.
Conduct the investigation.
Do you have any paperwork with the vehicle?
I have everything for this vehicle. This vehicle belongs to me.
Yeah, if you could provide that, that would be fantastic.
Provide what exactly?
The registration and proof of insurance.
I just told you that this car belongs to me as private property.
Correct. I understand that.
No insurance either?
I think after, 5 or 10 minutes, it's okay for law enforcement to proceed as if this person does not have registration for their car or insurance, right? Even if he does technically have it, he's not forking it over. So yeah, go ahead and arrest the asshole.
It's private property, but you're on public and state property when you're driving it.
And vehicular use. Anyone can use it if you're not engaging in commerce.
You are engaging in commerce because you filled the vehicle up with fuel. Did you not?
That doesn't make any sense. But,
that doesn't make any sense? Okay. Well, we have a tow truck coming to tow your private property, okay?
Well, that's not going to happen.
And so begins the next portion of the sovereign citizen cycle, calling the shots and being totally wrong about everything that will or will not happen.
I gave you what you needed.
No, you did the opposite.
I don't put me in any sovereign citizen things. That's not what I am in doing. It's not sovereign citizen. That's a terrorist group. I don't have nothing to do with that.
He's a Moorish citizen.
I want you to literally. I want everybody to be on the way, but I don't need this to escalate. You feel me?
I'm here. I'm willing to cooperate.
Is this what? Is this all correct? Yeah.
All right. He's holding up a piece of paper that has the information the police officer wrote down, like the guy's name and birth date.
Yes. Whoa, he put 60381. I'm 99. I'm 29. Come on. Come on. You see, they're about to escalate and throw me out the car, and that right there, the mere something that's so small that could be prevented.
So the kid's making a big deal because the police officer wrote the birth date wrong. That's what he's going to focus on.
Everything is the same, yeah. That's how I'm like, what are you telling me? You can't find me.
So what I'm telling you is right now, straight up, either way, the car is not registered. If it's not insured, if the plate does not belong to the vehicle itself.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what your birth date is at this point.
I'm not going to miss any words with you. The car is going to get towed.
He again refuses to accept reality, and also for the next 5 minutes, the police officers try to get this guy to step out of his car.
Consent.
I don't have to consent, but this is where we are.
So What you're saying is you're refusing to get out of the vehicle?
I didn't say I was refusing.
All right, so you know what? Moving on. Do what you got to do.
27 minutes into this altercation is when the cops finally busted open the window. You can't say they didn't give this kid every opportunity to cooperate.
Nice, they broke my window.
Nope. Don't reach. Do not reach. Do not reach.
But I don't consent no search and no seizure of my vehicle.
Again, you really don't have to consent at this point.
You want me to open it for you? No, do not touch my phone. Do not let it record. That's messing with evidence.
Once he's handcuffed, as is always the case, they get very, very whiny.
Can you push? I can't turn. I need you to. I bet you're about to pull me out.
Yeah, that's how that works. They pulled him out.
All right, we got you. Not dragging you on. Nobody's dragging you. Yes, you are. I'm trying to turn.
It's a lot of that. Police officer finally closes the door on the car. There's your piece of shit. Gonna have to replace some windows there. I do have one more clip that I found interesting. I kind of want to get your opinion on this. Whose side are you on in this argument? We've got a live streamer here who is playing online chess. She is trans, and she lives at home with her old-ass father, and he pops into the stream.
I'm coming in! I thought you ordered a pizza.
I don't know if the streamer is just goofy or drunk. I don't know if the father is drunk. They seem to both be in really good moods, though. That's about to change. But it's nice. At the start, everyone is laughing, having a good time.
Don't stream that. You have to come in. You have to come in and lean in. Don't sit down. That's my pillow. Sit down! Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
All right, the father's kind of goofy as well. They're just having fun.
That's my girl. That's my girl. Come on. Don't be doing that. Let go of me. No. How come I can't do that? Because I'm busy.
He's trying to, like, the father. Well, first of all, the father seems pretty cool with the whole trans thing. He's like, that's my girl. And he puts his arm around her and she's like, stop it. I'm busy. You know, I'm trying to do my chess or whatever. You know, it's all very playful and fun. And I don't know. You know, I look at this and I see an old man who is cool with his offspring in the whole trans thing, trying to use the right pronouns, not being a dick, not being antagonistic.
That doesn't mean I want to be touched.
What if I want to be?
What if I want to be touched?
So he's like, what if I want to be touched? And it's not in a sexual way, you know, it's like in a father way. So the daughter puts her arm around the father, pats it. All right, so everything's going well. That's the father laughing. Like, he is having a great time on stream. I don't know if they're watching funny clips or something. But then, listen closely.
The pizza's there it is.
The pizza's here.
Oh, we're doing the stream.
So the father is talking to the delivery person, saying, hey, yeah, we're on stream, playing chess. One of the things, though, he does say, and you don't really hear it in the audio clip when he's talking to the pizza delivery person, is that, this is my trans daughter. It's her stream, or, you know, something like that. That was the wrong thing to say.
Oh, I'm playing chess. I don't know why you're outing me to people. I think I just got a live new follower, guys. Like, the pizza delivery guy is like, hey, check out my stream. Oh, we got the round table pizza here.
This is why I think they're both drunk. The trans person's like, hey, why are you outing me? You don't have to tell everyone I'm trans. And then goes back to, like, talking about how great the pizza is. Saying, like, oh, I think I got a new follower. This guy seemed interested in my stream. All right. So it ultimately doesn't seem like a big deal that dad outed her. But it becomes a big deal.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Okay, I'll see you when you get back from your food coma.
Oh, so dad just popped in to buy some pizza for his daughter. Say hi on the stream, right? Again, the daughter doesn't seem too upset about how things went down. Things change, though, eventually. Dad pops back into the stream later on.
No, why'd you tell? No, I heard you say my transgender daughter. What the fuck, dude?
Well, because
you're not supposed to out people like that.
You live with me.
I know, but I mean, you're not allowed to do that.
I am.
I see Dad's playing the I put a roof over your head card. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
You're not allowed to say, You know, like, oh yeah, my daughter, she's transgender. Like, why do you have to do that?
I didn't do that.
Yeah, that's what you said.
No,
I heard you.
No, I didn't.
Why was I even a part of the conversation? Why'd you bring up my Twitch stream? I don't know why I'm a part of this conversation with this random stranger that shows up to our house.
Because it was exciting.
Dad, can you just, calm the fuck down?
Yeah, a couple minutes ago, the streamer was excited to potentially get a new viewer. Now she's pissed. By the way, I hate to defend old people, but I could see where Dad would get a little confused, because even the trans daughter says...
The delivery guy. This is, private information. I mean, I talk about it all the time, but I don't know what you're going on about.
Yeah, so the dad's like, you talk about it all the time to everyone. I thought it was okay to mention it to the pizza. I don't know why he was telling the pizza delivery guy. I guess because he expressed interest in what was going on. Also, I think Dad refers to the pizza guy as a girl at one point, so I think he thinks that the delivery person may have been trans. I don't know. The point is, I don't think any of this was done maliciously. Also, it's a fucking pizza delivery person. You're never going to see that guy or girl again. It doesn't matter. Newsflash, parents are embarrassing. Anyway, the rest of this clip just continues to amp up.
I don't know why me being transgender has anything to do with you getting pizza.
No, it has nothing to do with it.
Then why'd you bring it up?
Because I can't say non-transgender.
Well, why can't you just say my daughter?
That's like, I don't know what to call you anymore. I'm doing my best here.
Oh, why can't I say my son?
Well, because I'm not your son.
Exactly. So what would I say?
Just say my daughter!
Or my daughter.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of my face! Fucking drunk piece of shit! Get the fuck out of here! Get out of my room!
I will.
Get out of my room!
I will.
You don't need to fucking say my transgender daughter! Just say my own fucking daughter!
Exactly.
Then why'd you say my transgender daughter? Why'd you just say my daughter?
Dad's like, I don't know what's happening here.
I'm doing my best.
Get the fuck out!
Okay.
Get the fuck out of my room!
I kind of believe the father. He's like, I'm doing my best. I try to understand. You gotta give old people a lot of leeway, right? I know they're annoying and sometimes they say the wrong things, but you gotta just you gotta think about, is their heart in the right place? This just seems like a good dad who wants to spend time with his daughter, eat pizza. He's proud of her in the stream and wants to talk about her to the pizza guy. I mean, calm the fuck down.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of my room!
No, there's no reason to scream.
Get the fuck out, you fucking drunk asshole! Get the fuck out of here!
Nobody's hurting you.
Get out of here! I said no!
Yeah,
I am.
She's pushing him now.
Fuck all the fucking cops!
These are some female hormones raging.
I'm leaving.
Leave! Get the fuck out of here!
I am.
Get the fuck out!
Why are you breaking the door down?
Because I want you to get out! Get the fuck out!
I am going. Okay, fine.
Get the fuck out of my room!
I am.
Get the fuck out of my room!
I am. I'm grabbing my butt odor pillow.
Yeah, take your fucking pillow, you fucking stinky piece of shit! Get the fuck out of here!
Wow. Okay. All right.
I'm not sure what a butt odor pillow is. That's the most interesting part of this clip so far. Need to look that up on Amazon. What is Dad's problem?
Shut the fuck up! Get him out! It's not funny! It's not funny!
Nobody's laughing.
Then why are you still here? Get the fuck out! Before I call the cops!
You're
Get out before I call the cops!
hurting me.
Get out of here before I call the cops!
Hurting me. You're knocking me over.
Get out before I call the cops!
You're knocking me over.
Dad, you really should just leave at this point. You're standing up. I know you want to try to make everything okay with your daughter, but she's not in a good place.
I'm leaving! This is my room! Get the fuck out!
I am leaving. But
I do not have consent for you to be here! Get the fuck out!
I am leaving.
Consent for you to... Dude, it's his house, you stupid bitch.
I said no! Get the fuck out!
Maybe it's time you find a place of your own.
No!
She does call the cops. I'm not sure exactly what the charge is going to be.
I'm calling the cops! I'm calling the cops! Hi, my dad's really drunk and he's threatening me and he's threatening to kick me out. I'm autistic. I'm going through a side process to try to move out and he's threatening to kick me out.
There was one piece of the story I felt like I was missing, and it was the autism diagnosis. Now this all just kind of makes sense.
Sorry about that, guys. Just fuck him. Just fuck him. I want to live my own life. I want out of here. I want out of the fucking trailer park.
Okay, well, she's going through a lot right now. She's also losing a lot of those online chess matches, and I kind of feel like she's blaming that on her father, too. I would pull stunts like that when I was younger. Like I'd be in the living room playing Super Mario Brothers, and anytime I die, I'd look around trying to find any sort of excuse aside from the fact I'm a shitty player. I'd be like, Dad, stop smoking near me. I'm coughing and I'm losing concentration. Mom, turn off the vacuum cleaner. You're the reason I'm losing. There's racket in the house. I can't concentrate.
I'm trying to just play chess. I'm trying to focus on my fucking chess. It's just in here, just in my own fucking ear. I can't even concentrate. I'm losing every single fucking game.
I mean, and you heard how the clip started. They were laughing, having a good time. How could you have a bad time with pizza, you know? All right, well, there you go. Another live stream descends into madness. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fuck up news right now. Now is a great time to sign up for the Sideshow. This week only, we're running a special summer sale, something I rarely ever do. I think maybe we've done a summer sale once before. Grab a monthly membership for only $7.50. Grab a yearly for $80. Become a true and honorable freak at a discounted price. Grab all of the exclusive shows we've been doing. This week alone, we did an exclusive program on Thursday. We did a bonus segment show for Sideshow Freaks on Wednesday. Another exclusive show on Tuesday. Oh, and later today, I'll be posting another bonus segment show for Sideshow members. So it's a great time to sign up. Go to distortedview.com right now. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. The very top of the page on the right side, you'll see an image of like a little cartoon image of me in my Daisy Dukes washing a car with the word Sideshow Sale on it. Just click on that. It'll take you to the sign up page. Thank you so much to all of my Sideshow members for continuing to support the show. You're the reason I'm able to keep doing this. Of course, there are other ways to help support the show. We've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. Pledge at least $5 and you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. All right, 3 very quick stories now. First up, one of the greatest philosophers of our time is again in some legal trouble. Yes, I'm talking about Andrew Tate. He's one of my favorites. If for no other reason, it's because he shares the exact same opinions as me on books.
Reading books is a very cheap way to, I guess, entertain. I wouldn't call it entertainment because my brain is far too advanced. I'm too smart to read. I'm not going to sit there and go, smart people read. No. I need action. I need constant chaos in my life to feel content. I need to be driving a supercar and fucking fighting, fucking a bunch of hoes and champagne going crazy. I can't just sit there,
fucking hoes is my reading. You know, I get on this podcast and I act like Andrew Tate is some monster doing a great disservice to the young men in our society, brainwashing them, when in reality, we share a lot of the same views. You know, I'm very against cooking food. I eat exclusively at fast food dining establishments.
You're going to spend time preparing food? Now, actually think about this for a second. If you're broke, if you're not a millionaire, the last thing you should be doing with your time is cooking. I can't think of a lower ROI activity than walking to the fridge, getting out some ingredients. Ooh, an onion. Oh, let me get the onion. I'm going to start cooking. Fridge. Ooh, an onion.
Yeah.
And some lettuce. Now, get a knife. Get my knife. Cut my onion. Start to cut my onion.
It's a waste of time.
You're broke.
You could be beating the fuck out of bitches, making them prostitute themselves out for you, or whatever Andrew Tate supposedly is in trouble for. And that's really why I'm bringing him up again today. Now, either the man is innocent, or he's just a slippery little fella. Because wasn't he under house arrest for the longest time in, like, goddamn Romania or something? Then he fled to, I don't know, the UK, and then he was in the United States for a while. I'm pretty sure the US started to investigate him, but he's not behind bars. Well, now, out of London, we've got a new story. British authorities have officially confirmed that Andrew and Tristan Tate are facing a combined total of 21 criminal charges, including serious allegations of rape, assault, and human trafficking. I started to read this story and I'm like, been there, done that. Haven't I heard this before? My boys are gonna walk free. This is just the Matrix trying to keep them down. Then I saw the video. Yeah, we've got some new evidence, I guess, against Andrew Tate. It doesn't sound great for him. Here's some audio from the video where he's talking to one of his ladies. It starts with a loud slap, which is a little concerning. But let's hear him out. Let's see where this is going.
Did I say the word listen? Bitch. I didn't say the word listen. Did I say listen? Did I say listen? No. Look at the camera. Did I say listen? No. Did I say it? No. Did I say it?
That's another slap. Sounds like he's hitting her because she listened to him. I specifically told you not to listen to me. This is some reverse psychology bullshit.
Look at the camera. This is what happens, listen. Look at the camera. Why are you getting hit? Why are you getting beaten? Listen. You. Do as I say.
I'm sure this video was taken out of context. I'm like a total Andrew Tate apologist at this point. Well, we don't know the full context. Maybe they were rehearsing a play or something. So yeah, the boys are facing a combined total of 21 criminal charges, including serious allegations of rape, assault, and human trafficking. This marks the first time the Crown Prosecution Service has outlined the full extent of the charges, which were originally authorized last year following an investigation. The alleged crime spanned from 2012 to 2015. The State brothers, dual citizens of the UK and the US, are expected to stand trial in Britain once they're extradited from Romania, where they currently reside. However, that extradition is on hold due to ongoing criminal proceedings in Romania, where the two are also accused of leading an organized criminal group that exploited women. Andrew Tate, 38, a former professional kickboxer turned social media figure known for his misogynistic rhetoric, faces 10 counts linked to 3 alleged victims. These include charges of rape, human trafficking, and causing actual bodily harm. And also facilitating prostitution for profit. Maybe he's the pimp from the whorehouse we mentioned earlier. Tristan Tate, 36, has been charged with 11 offenses connected to a single alleged victim, including rape and human trafficking. A European arrest warrant has already been approved by Romanian courts. While the brothers had previously been barred from international travel, that restriction was lifted earlier this year. That allowed them to visit Florida in February before returning to Romania. The Tates have vowed to challenge the charges both in the UK and Romania, asserting their intention to clear their names in court. Meanwhile, 4 women in the UK are pursuing a separate civil lawsuit against Andrew Tate, alleging that he raped and physically assaulted them. The women claim that law enforcement and prosecutors failed to pursue criminal charges when the incidents were first reported. Despite the mounting legal troubles, prosecutors in the UK have emphasized that the Tates are presumed innocent until proven guilty. They certainly sound like good dudes, huh? All right, second story we have for you. If you are an active and enthusiastic user of Tinder, there are some changes coming to the app. I don't think some guys are going to like this one. Some guys named Mead Skelton, for instance. Yeah. Tinder is embracing its reputation for looks-driven matchmaking with a new experimental feature that is height preferences. Now women can select how tall they want their potential mate to be, filtering out all the shouties. I feel like that's okay. Why not give people more options to filter people out? But to be fair, I think guys should be able to filter women by weight. Not so fun now, huh, ladies? Now it's discriminatory. The tool is currently being piloted globally, but only for Tinder Gold and Premium subscribers. Free users won't have access, at least for now. Importantly, the feature doesn't act as a strict filter. Instead, it's used to inform Tinder's matchmaking suggestions, right? Like it factors into the algorithm. If you don't want a guy that's 5'8" or under, but otherwise he's like the perfect match for you, chances are the 5'8" guy will still show up in the results, which is good, right? It's not like a hard and fast rule. The height preference test reflects our commitment to building features that help users connect with more intention, said Phil Price-Fry, Tinder's VP of Communications. We're developing with speed and focus, always learning what improves the experience. Not every test will stick, but each one teaches us how to better serve our community. While most dating apps allow users to sort by factors like age, relationship goals, or lifestyle choices, Tinder's decision to highlight physical stature touches on a more controversial and arguably more superficial area of user preferences. which is crazy. That's how people look at dating profiles anyway. That's the whole like swipe right, swipe left thing, right? It's like instantaneous. Does this person look hot? Swipe. Does this person look ugly? Swipe the other way. Swipe. It's like it's super fast, and it's all based on looks. I mean, you first look at someone and you're like, okay, that's fuckable. Let's dig a bit deeper, see what's going on with them, see if we're compatible in other ways. The real issue is that, when you look at Tinder profiles, it's usually just like a face photo, right? So girls on the app will be swiping, and they're like, oh my God, he's so hot. And they have no idea how tall he is. Now they will. So, this is a bad deal for dudes. One more reason why there should be a weight filter, because, women will crane their fucking arms out super high, super long, trying to get a good angle, making their face look thinner. Those profile photos rarely ever capture the whole picture. Between the filters and the angles and shit, it's all lies. Anyway, since Tinder's inception, the app's image-forward interface has fueled a swipe culture largely based on physical appearance. Over time, this has helped solidify certain beauty standards and trends, including the persistent preference for taller men. It's not uncommon for users, especially women, to specify a minimum height for potential matches, often 6 feet or taller. Tinder itself previously mocked this trend with a tongue-in-cheek April Fool's Day campaign, teasing a height verification tool, a joke that did not land well with many male users. This latest move might be part of a broader strategy to appeal to women who tend to be underrepresented among Tinder users in many regions, trying to appeal to what women are looking for. Tall guys, not 5'9" like Mead Skelton. By the way, Mead posted a really weird tweet. A listener in the Discord caught this. I think it was Callie Malley. Mead took a picture of himself, of course, in like his dorky white Southern gentleman suit, looking like a fat Colonel Sanders. And Mead tweeted, I wore my lady catcher suit to the family reunion. Like, what? Why would you? I wore my lady catcher suit to the family reunion, but no ladies were caught. Hashtag linen suit. Mead is so desperate, incest is not off the table anymore. Wherever I can find a girlfriend, if it's at a family reunion, so be it. All right. He needs to get on Tinder. Final story we have for you. This is one of those stories where I'm like, is this real or bullshit? To me, it sounds like a case of the news simply reporting on a bullshit TikTok video. An American travel influencer has claimed that a bout of flatulence from a former boyfriend may be the unlikely cause of a chronic sinus infection she suffered for the past 7 years. That's some powerful ass gas. It destroyed my sinuses. It's like napalm. Christine Connell, a content creator with over 78,000 followers on Instagram, said in a series of videos posted to TikTok that her health issues all began following a 2017 incident in which her then-boyfriend farted near her face while she was recovering from ankle surgery. I guess that was an important detail because people would be like, why didn't you just flee? Why'd you just sit there and take the farts in your mouth? And she's like, I couldn't get up. My ankle was fucked up. Connell said she was lying immobile in a hotel bed with her leg elevated when the incident occurred. Like, was this her first fucking relationship? A guy farting next to her should be nothing new. That's not very noteworthy. Flatulence is a human function that guys absolutely love. Some of our favorite things to do, just farting on our loved ones. Quote, it was the worst fart I ever smelled in my life. At the time, she experienced immediate discomfort and shortness of breath due to the odor, but did not expect long-term consequences. Over the years, though, Connell reported symptoms including facial pain. Be funny if it was facial paralysis. That's some mutant flatulence there. A persistent stuffy nose, green nasal discharge, and recurrent fevers. Here's the thing, though. She's a travel vlogger. She's globe-trotting to all sorts of weird destinations. Third world countries and shit, right? So she could have caught something anywhere. Your theory, though, is that most likely it was because your boyfriend farted in your direction once 7 years ago. she sounds like a TikTok influencer. And by that, I mean she sounds goddamn brain dead. Multiple scans and consultations with medical professionals failed to determine the cause. Recently, Connell said that a culture test from her nasal cavity revealed the presence of E. coli, a type of bacteria commonly found in the intestinal tract. The plot thickens. Certain strains of E. coli can cause illness when introduced to other parts of the body. It comes from feces, she said. How else would it get in your sinuses unless you're inhaling something you're not supposed to? She added that the exposure likely occurred when her boyfriend was changing clothes in the room and inadvertently directed the flatulence towards her, noting that the act was not intentional. Medical experts have not publicly confirmed her diagnosis or its potential cause. While rare, it is theoretically possible for harmful bacteria to enter the body through the nasal passages under unusual circumstances, particularly if the immune system is compromised. Connell, who continues to share travel content on social media, said the experience has affected her health and quality of life, though she maintains a sense of humor about the ordeal. I wish I were joking, she captioned the video, revealing the diagnosis. Doctors, nurses of Distorted View, would you like to call in? Is this possible? Please. I'd love to hear from you. Weigh in. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Friday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. All right, love to hear from you freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at Distorted View on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/distortedviewshow. We're going to do just a couple real quick voicemails and call it a week. I am officially caught up with my patron calls. This is the last one. The honor goes to... Drum roll, please.
Hey, Tim, Haley's Comet.
Haley's Comet! You have cleaned out my Patreon inbox. Now, let's see if he says anything of importance here.
Hey, Tim, Haley's Comet calling up with a response to your recent commentary on how you really should be more aggressive about getting money from your listeners. And it occurred to me, a live stream is really the best time to beg for money. I mean, it's why PBS does their fundraisers that way.
Who?
So, hear me out.
Oh, PBS.
A 24-hour TV live stream.
Oh, my God.
But you involve other podcasters. Brad Carter, King Richard, Great Big Pete.
Who's King Richard?
Vlad. And just basically have a rotation. And, you're on most of the time, but other people are coming and going. And I think it could be a lot of fun. And hear me out. Vlad and Pete doing live predator poaching from the manhole on your 24-hour live stream.
That is a good idea. Maybe we can set something. It's going to require a lot of planning on my part because I'm going to want to make sure that there's plenty of content in those 24 hours. I hate to waste your your time with bullshit. And, if it works out, we could make it a yearly thing, like once a year, do a 24 hour. I'm going to lose my goddamn mind just thinking about that. Like, I'm breaking out into a sweat at the mere mention of that. But, look, desperate times call for desperate measures. We could have a 24-hour pledge drive DV style. All right, well, that's an interesting idea. Thank you very much, Haley's Comet. Next up here, what do you got for me?
Jimmy Boo, what it do?
Jimmy Boo.
It's Jimmy Boo, longtime Sideshow freak. I am calling, I just finished listening to your April 8th show. And once again, the topic of your mice infestation came up.
Oh, right.
Now, I grew up in a fairly small town, a bedroom community. We had space between houses, and we had mice problems. And then I moved to a city, and I had mice problems. You know what I did with the fucking mice? I got a 5-gallon bucket from fucking Home Depot or Lowe's. I filled it up, I don't know, about 3, 4, 5 inches of water, and I fucking put the mice in there if they were still alive, and guess what? I drowned the little fucking vermin. I killed that shit, just like my dad taught me to do. He taught me to be a man.
Yeah, see, that's my problem.
He taught me to fucking kill the vermin.
Yeah.
I've also had...
I'm too much of a pussy.
Fortunate
I was just talking to you guys the other day about how I walked into my sister's house and her dog didn't greet me, and I started to cry.
Experience?
Not even my dog. I met the dog like 6-7 times in my entire life, probably.
Being
They had to put the dog down because it had cancer or something, but I don't know.
Fantastic of having to kill a...
Should have put it in a bucket and drowned it, is what this guy's saying.
And
you do what you gotta do. When you're a man and your house is being infested by intruders, furry, disgusting intruders that carry disease, you don't welcome them with open arms. You don't invite them in, treat them like a guest, like it's a fucking Airbnb. You drown those motherfuckers or you snap their necks or something.
Grab it. After our cats got a hold of it back when I was a late teenager.
He's just going through all the different ways he's killed creatures. All right, I get it. Thank you. Point taken. One more call.
Hey, Tim.
Hello.
It's a Geisha Zoo. I need help with Discord because German guy is a tyrant and now all the rules are all fucked up and nothing's working and, oh, God, things are horrible.
Is that what's going on over there? I was wondering why, there's not a ton of new submissions in the Distorted View video audio submission channel as of late. Things have seemed to slow down. Did they fuck up the Discord somehow? What did you do, German guy? What's going on over there? Is it now a restrictive regime? I need some people to investigate. If you're not yet in the Discord, go to distortedview.com. There's a link on the main navigation bar. I think if you click on podcast, I don't know, it's somewhere in the menu, right? You click on Discord, use that as your invite in. Report back to me. How is the process of getting in? Is everyone nice? Do they make it difficult? Gonna have to take matters into my own hands over there. You don't want Timmy Boo to get involved. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
Get the fuck out of my face! Fucking drunk piece of shit!
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Guys, thank you so much for a great week of programs. If you're Sideshow freaks, I'll be back with a bonus segment later today. Otherwise, I'll be back on Monday to do this all over again. Until then, bye, everybody!
It's Friday, baby. Fuck. Yeah, it's the weekend, baby. Fuck. Yeah, Friday, baby. Fuck. Fuck. The weekend, baby. Fuck.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.